Well, hello there, Swedish guitar nerd here. And I thought since I have reviewed two Telecaster models, that I should make some kind of comparison between them and see what differs and what's the same. Um, well, let's start out first with the question, are they trying, since they are both copies of something, are they trying to copy the same thing? And really, they aren't. Take for instance, or first the Harley Benton one. It's trying to copy the original Telecaster from the 50s, a vintage Telecaster. And the Squier Affinity Telecaster is trying to copy a modern Telecaster, even the American style one. So we can start off there. But let's compare them. Yeah, as usual, let's start from the top. And what do we have here? First, take a look at the headstocks. The Squier is licensed by Fender, and its headstock is a perfect copy of the original one. The Harley Benton isn't, as you can tell, and they don't really look alike. It's kind of, I don't know. It's not like it's supposed to be. Oh, let's turn it around, and what do you have here? On the Harley Benton we have some cheap, unreliable Cluson copies. They look kind of vintage, and in that way they fit into this vintage style concept. The Squier Affinity has some proper Schaller style tuners that work really well. They don't look vintage at all, but they work a whole lot better than the Harley Benton ones. The finish on the necks, the Squier has a satin finish, the Harley Benton has a semi-glossy finish. I like them both. The thing that I have complained about with the Harley Benton is, yeah, it looks like some kind of spray tan, you know? This is what actual maple looks like, and this is, I don't know, the Jessica Simpson version of it. It's too yellow. It doesn't look vintage at all, actually, as I pointed out in my video about this guitar. The Harley Benton neck is bigger and fatter and wider than the Squier one. So in theory, since it has more wood, it should be more resonant. But really, it isn't. And that goes down to here, where the neck meets the body. And that's an area where the Harley Benton fails hard. The Squier is just perfect. It's really tight to the neck pocket. The Squier isn't tight at all. There are big gaps on all sides. And this, yeah, makes it a whole lot less resonant. Okay, body-wise, the Harley Benton has ash body. And that's going back to the original Telecasters that had ash body. Is actually the first one had a pine body, but they used ash back in the 50s. The Squier Affinity has alder. But the thing with the Harley Benton is the ash that they used back then, it was a light one, and this is heavy as a pack of bricks. So this is the cheap kind of ash, and that's a lot less resonant. Although it looks kind of good. I'll give them that. Alder is a well-used tone wood and used by Fender, so since this is trying to copy that, well, it's right on the spot. Pickups, they are basically the same. I actually like the Harley Benton pickups better than the Squier ones. They are a little bit more rounded, and these are a little too brittle actually. But they are similar in output and tone otherwise. The bridges differ. This has 3 saddles and this has 6. So this is a lot harder to intonate, or it is impossible to intonate, and this is quite possible to intonate. And these are of a much lower quality than those actually, so I think this affects the resonance on the Harley Benton as well, because even the open strings have some kind of buzz to them, and that I think comes from the bridge actually. Both are top mounted, no string through bodies, so there they are kind of similar. Electronic wise, well, the Squier has working electronics and the Harley Benton has less of that, especially the tone knob. It doesn't work at all like it's supposed to be. At, I don't know, somewhere around 1-2 it shuts everything off and makes it all muddy, and above 2 it has no effect at all, so you can turn it almost all the way down without any effect at all. And the knobs of cheap plastic on the Squier, they are metal and screwed to the potentiometers, so there's quite a big quality difference there. So the Squier is about twice the price of the Harley Benton, but I'd say it's worth it, because and I haven't even mentioned the scratch plate. If you watch my video, you see me throwing it away. It's mismatched to the body, and of course this is just perfect. So my recommendation is spend the extra money on the Squier. It's a good guitar. The Harley Benton, no. It has too many flaws actually. And if you want to compare the sounds of them, well, watch my other videos, because I'm using the exact same effect patches and the same exact amplifiers on both my videos where I'm reviewing these, so you can compare them straight off. Okay, thank you. This has been a comparison between the Harley Benton Telecaster and the Squier Telecaster. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.